Why is it that when leadership is looking for someone to represent the team, your name is not the first one that comes to mind? Why is it that you are capable, committed, and dependable, but somehow you are still watching from the outside? You are doing the work, you are showing up, you are delivering, but you are not always in the conversations, projects, committees, and opportunities where people get noticed. Today, I want to talk about something many of us immigrant professionals experience, but do not always have language for. Sometimes you are invisible because you are not in the spaces where visibility is built. So let's talk about how to get work done, how to get seen at work without bragging, without pretending, and without becoming someone you are not. Hi, I am Marian, and on this channel, I share lessons from my journey and from my book, Breaking Through the Immigrant's Handbook for Thriving in the American Workplace, to help immigrant professionals navigate, grow, and thrive in the American workplace. Last week, I shared a personal story about a growth opportunity I walked away from because I was afraid. A senior leader had opened a door, and I did not follow up. I did not follow up because I was afraid, unsure, and overthinking everything. As I reflected on that very story, I realized that a follow-up could have led to more access, more relationship, and possibly more opportunity. It reminded me that career growth does not only happen because you work hard. Growth often happens because people know your work, trust your character, and remember your name when opportunities come up. See, many of us were taught to work hard, not draw too much attention to ourselves, not ask for too much, and let our work speak for itself. I know this because I have lived it. I had access, but I did not follow up. I thought excellence would be enough, or should be enough, or could be enough. And yes, excellence matters. But excellence alone is not always enough. You need character, you need competence, you need community, and you need mindset. Your character helps people trust you. Your competence helps people respect your work. Your community helps people know you and open doors with you and for you. And your mindset helps you stop disqualifying yourself before anyone else does. So today, I want to share 2 quiet ways hardworking immigrants stay invisible at work and what you can do differently. The first one is this: we do not follow up. Really, the first way we stay invisible is this: we do not follow up. And I want to start here because this was my own story. Last week, I shared how I had access to a senior leader. There was a possible growth opportunity. She encouraged me. She opened the door for further conversation, and I did not follow up. At the time, I probably had many reasons in my mind. But here's what I understand now. Sometimes opportunities do not disappear because people reject us. Sometimes they disappear because we never continue the conversation. Someone says, let's stay in touch, and we do not stay in touch. Someone says, reach out if you are interested, and we overthink it. Someone opens a door slightly, and instead of gently pushing it open, we stand outside, wondering whether we are allowed to enter. And often it's because we are being overly cautious. We are trying not to look desperate, pushy, or arrogant. But follow-up is not arrogance. Follow-up is stewardship. When someone gives you access, advice, encouragement, or a possible opportunity, follow-up is how you honor that moment. It says, I heard you. I value your time. I am serious. I am willing to take the next step. See, people are busy. They may like you. They may believe in you. They may even want to help you. But if you do not follow up, they may assume you are not interested. Follow-up is a signal. It tells people you are prepared, intentional, and serious about your growth. You do not need a perfect message or all the confidence in the world. You just need to send one thoughtful follow-up. Something as simple as, "Thank you for taking the time to speak with me. I appreciated your advice about growing in this area. I'm going to take the next step by doing this, and I would be grateful to stay in touch or stay connected." That is professional. That is how relationships continue. So if there's someone you need to follow up with, do not overcomplicate it. Send the message, because many opportunities are not built in one conversation. They are built in the conversation after the conversation after the conversation. Now, follow up is one part of visibility. But there's another part that many hardworking immigrants miss. We stay in our cubes at our desks. We do the work. We meet the deadlines. We keep things moving. But we are absent from the spaces where people see leadership in action. And that brings me to the second point. That is, the second way hardworking immigrants stay invisible is this. We avoid visible spaces. Now, I want to say this carefully. I'm not telling you to volunteer for everything. I'm not saying become the person who says yes to every assignment, every planning team, every office event, every committee, and "can you just help me with this?" That is just saying it is even making me tired. That is not strategy. That is exhaustion. Many of us immigrants already carry a lot. Some of us are supporting family here. Some of us are supporting family in our countries of our origin. Some of us are rebuilding professional identity. Some of us are still learning workplace culture. Some of us are working twice as hard just to be seen as competent. So choose one visible space where people can experience your value beyond your job description. Because sometimes the people who only see you in your regular role do not fully know what you can do. They may see your tasks, but not your leadership. They may see your reliability, but not your strategic thinking. They may see your output, but not your ability to organize people, solve problems, or work across teams. That is why visible spaces matter. A committee can reveal that. A cross-functional project can reveal that. An employee resource group can reveal that. A presentation opportunity can reveal that. Not because those spaces are magic, no, far from that, but because they allow people to experience you differently. Opportunity is often connected to what people have seen you do. Can they imagine you leading? Can they imagine you representing the team? Can they imagine you handling complexity? Can they imagine you contributing beyond your desk? If they've never seen you in those spaces, they may not know. That does not mean you are not capable. It means your capability hasn't been made visible. So be selective. Ask yourself, will this help me learn? Will this help me build relationships? Will this allow people to see a strength I want to be known for? Does this align with where I want to grow? Maybe for you it's one committee. Maybe it's one short-term project. Maybe it's volunteering to represent your team in one cross-functional setting. Maybe it is asking your manager, are there any projects coming up where I can contribute and also learn more about how our department connects to the larger organization? That is a powerful question because it shows initiative without sounding arrogant. Here is the line I want you to remember. Sometimes people do not understand your leadership until they experience you outside your normal job description. So yes, do excellent work at your desk, but also find one strategic place where your value can be experienced. So what can you do this week? Choose one of two actions, just one. Number one, follow up with one person. Maybe someone gave you advice, introduced you to someone, mentioned an opportunity, or encouraged you, and you went quiet. Send a simple message. Number two, Identify one visible space. Look around your workplace. Is there a committee, project, working group, employee resource group, presentation opportunity, or short-term initiative? Choose one space that aligns with your strengths or your growth goals. And then ask yourself, is there opportunity for me to contribute to this? That's it. One follow-up or one visible space. Visibility is not built overnight. It is built through small, consistent actions. One message, one conversation, one room, one project, one relationship, one moment of courage. Over time, people begin to see not just what you do, but who you are becoming. So here's my question for you. Which one of these will you work on this week? Is it a follow-up with someone or identifying one visible space where your value can be experienced? Write it in the comments. And if this video helped you, share it with someone who needs it. You do not need to brag. You do not have to brag to be seen. But you do have to become intentional about where people experience your value. So this week, take one step. Send the follow-up. Join the room. Let your value be experienced. Because you matter. You deserve to grow. You deserve to thrive. And I am cheering you on.